Hi children, how are you? I think you're all doing good, right? Very good, super. So in last sessions, what did we saw? We saw about circulatory system. Super. Do you remember? Shall we revise it once again? Okay children, what is circulatory system? It is a system by which blood, oxygen and nutrients are transferred throughout the body, right? And the inhaled oxygen is carried by blood to various parts of the body, and in return the blood collect the waste products from different parts for their removal. So next we saw about components of circulatory system. What are the components? Blood vessels, heart. Okay, among these components we saw about blood, right? Blood is a liquid state material. It can be flow throughout the body. The important task is it transport food, oxygen and disease fighting elements to various parts. Also it carries waste materials from various parts for their removal. Next we saw about components of blood. What are the components? The components are fluid part and cellular part. Those are plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, what is plasma? It is liquid portion of the blood, pale yellow in color and contains proteins and minerals. Then coming to RBCs, they are spherical shaped cells having colored pigment called hemoglobin, which is responsible for red color of the blood. By consuming iron rich food items, we can increase our hemoglobin level. Then WBCs, these are larger than RBCs and can change their shape. They act as soldiers because it helps to fight our body against disease causing germs. Then coming to platelets, these are smallest cells of blood. It helps in clotting of blood from bleeding. Okay, the functions of blood are it carries essential materials like food, water and gases throughout the body, and in return it collects the waste products for their removal. It plays important role in defense against disease causing germs. So children, today now we are going to see about blood vessels, right? So before going to that, we can do some exercise, right? So close your eyes for a minute. Follow the instructions I'm saying. Just stay calm. Be relaxed. Don't think about anything. Okay. Just concentrate on what I'm saying. Relax. 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 Very good. Now take a deep breath. Breathe out slowly. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Once again, breathe in. Breathe out. Now, slowly open your eyes. Very good. So children, now we are going to see about blood vessels, right? Blood vessels are hollow tubes, okay, that form the network of circulatory system. These blood vessels are hollow tubes that forms the circulatory system through which the blood can flow through all parts of the body. Okay, through the blood vessels, the blood can flow through all parts of the body. So there are three types of blood vessels. They are arteries, veins and capillaries, right? Arteries, this red color blood vessel is known as arteries and the blue color blood vessel is known as vein. Okay, the red one is artery and the blue one is vein. Okay, the arteries are responsible for carrying oxygen rich blood to all parts of the body, right? It carries oxygen rich blood from heart to different parts of the body. Okay, whereas veins carry impure blood from different parts of the body to heart. This is the main difference between arteries and veins. Okay, once again I am repeating. Arteries carry oxygen rich blood from heart to different parts of the body, whereas veins carry impure blood from different parts of the body to heart. Okay, then capillaries, these are the thin tubes that connect arteries and vein as shown in this picture. Children, see this picture. In this picture, the red color vessel is blood vessel is artery and the blue color blood vessel is vein. By connecting these vessels, the tubes, the thin tubes that connecting these arteries and veins are known as capillaries. What is called capillaries? Okay, capillaries are thin tubes that connect arteries and veins. Okay, through these walls of capillaries, the nutrients in the food will be transferred between body and the blood. Okay, through these walls, through the walls of capillaries, the nutrients from the food, oxygen and remaining water will be transferred between, exchanged between body, parts of the body and blood. You all know that blood carries nutrients of the food, water, gases, etc. like that. So how will it get distributed to all the parts, all the organs of the body? Through this capillary tubes. Okay, through the walls of this capillary, the nutrients of food, gases and water in the blood will be exchanged to different organs of the body. Okay, so children, in this session what did we saw? We saw about blood vessels. These are hollow tubes and forms the network of circulatory system, right, through which the blood will be transferred to all the parts of our body. Okay, what are the types of blood vessels? Arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries carry pure blood, that is oxygen rich blood from heart to different parts of the body, whereas vein carries impure blood from different parts of the body to heart. So next we saw about capillaries. Capillaries are thin tubes that connect arteries and veins. Through the walls of capillaries, the nutrients of food, water and different materials available in the blood will get exchanged to different organs of the body. Okay children, so next let's take your concept book, practice zone 2. Note down this question. List any two kinds of blood vessels of human circulatory system and write their function. Okay, We saw about blood vessels, no? How many types are there? 3 types. What are those? Arteries, veins, and capillaries, right? Among those, you have to write about 2 blood vessels and you have to describe about them. Okay, among those 3 blood vessels, you can mention any 2 of them and you have to describe about them. Here I wrote about arteries and veins. Artery carries pure blood to all parts of the body from heart, whereas veins carry impure blood from different parts of the body to heart. Okay, clear? Shall we move to next question? So the next question is in your workbook, question number 5. Which food items help in the formation of red blood cells? Okay, how we can increase our hemoglobin level? By eating iron rich food, right? So that is the answer, children. The iron rich food items helps in the formation of red blood cells. Okay, so the next question is, how does the function of arteries differ from that of veins? Okay, arteries carries pure blood whereas veins carry impure blood. Okay, so children, for this session, the homework will be write down the questions in your workbook of page number 6. The question numbers are 2, 3 and 4. These are the homework for this session. Okay, shall we meet in the next session? Okay, stay connected, stay safe. Okay, bye.